Hi, welcome to Bella's Yoga Room. I'm Bella. Thank you for joining me. Today's practice is yoga for peace. So we are going to be keeping it super low. We are not going to be getting off the floor. So hopefully this practice matches your energy, or maybe even if you are feeling high energy, maybe a little bit of downtime is just what you need. So please come and join me in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting up on my folded blanket. Grab any props that you may like. Always nice to have a blanket. And once you've found a comfortable seat, just allow the spine to be straight, noticing if maybe your head is leaning forward or if your back is arched. Let's just take a moment to notice what's our posture like as we ask our body to slow down. And with the eyes closed, just notice too, often the mind can start to race. And that's okay. We're not trying to stop it. That's what our minds do. Let's just come back to noticing, how is the body feeling right now? Can you take a deep breath in and let go? Take a deep breath in and let go. And maybe staying here for a couple more breaths. Or if you would like to, maybe start to join movement up to the breath. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale, raising, allowing the arms to fall. Inhale, bringing the arms up, maybe just a shoulder height, and then down, letting them fall. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, arms up, and on this exhale, we're going to twist over to the left side, allowing that right hand to come onto the left knee. Eyes can stay shut here. And on your next inhale, arms coming up to the center and then twisting over to the right side. Staying here for a breath cycle. And then inhale. And then let's allow the hands just to rest by the sides again. Opening the eyes if you'd like to, or you can keep them shut. Let's look up. Feeling that openness in the chest. And then bringing the chin down to the chest. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, looking down. Coming back to center, looking over to that left side. And over to the right. And to the left again. And over to the right. Fantastic. Gonna maybe lean back a little bit. If you are sitting on a block or pillow, maybe just push that off to the side for now. And we're gonna have the hands behind us, and then just allow the feet to come a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and then just falling over to one side, to the left, back to center, and over to the right. And just repeating a few of these in your own time. Noticing the difference from the internal to the external rotation of those hips. Creating some movement there. The knee doesn't have to touch the ground at any stage. Okay, And then let's come back, bringing a nice straight line in the spine, bringing the soles of the feet together. And again, the further away from the pelvis and the hips the feet are going to be, the more space you're going to get in those hips. So feel free to bring those heels in a bit closer if that's working for your body today. But if it's not, you could always be sitting up on a block or pillow here as well. So just finding the place that feels right for you. Hands maybe on the ankles, maybe on the feet or the toes. Just noticing how maybe that change of hand placement affects your spine and your chest openness. And in any of these poses, we are going to be taking it really slow. So notice if there is a time when you can just close the eyes and notice what that does for the pose, what that does for the body. Notice if there's a tendency for the mind to want to race through to just get this ticked off. Notice that thought. And then just come back to your intention for this practice, for wanting to create peace with yourself, with the body. And in order to create peace, I guess we have to notice the conflict, notice the tension, can't just push it away. Okay, lovely. Let's bring the hands to the outside of those knees. And we're going to come all the way down to our backs. So just lowering yourself down to the mat slowly, allowing the feet to rest on the ground. Again, keeping those feet about hip distance apart. Not super tight close to the bottom, but not really far away either. So just a comfortable distance. We are going to do a couple bridges here. So having the arms and the palms grounding down into the ground. And then on our next inhale, just thinking about lifting from those hip bones, lifting up. Thinking about engaging that core, the thighs. Not squeezing the bottom too tight, but just having that awareness there. And then slowly lowering down. Let's go up again on our next inhale. Feeling again that tension there, or creating that engagement of the muscles. And then as you release, notice that feeling. Last time here. Inhaling, coming up. And then slowly coming down. Lifting up that right leg, bending the knee as much as you need to. Let's do some twists, circles with that ankle. Getting lots of cracking happening here. Go the other way. Oof. And then folding that right ankle over the left knee. And then thinking about pushing that right knee far away. Option as well to thread the arms behind that left leg and lift up that foot, the left foot, if you'd like to. Completely optional. It's not feeling for me tonight. And then let's allow that right leg to come back up nice and straight. Maybe flex and point those toes. Reaching, again, bending that knee as much as you need to, reaching behind. that right leg. Getting that stretch in that hamstring, back of the leg. And then allowing that leg to come down straight. And then let's lift it up and place it next to the left foot. Other side. Let's lift that left foot up. Circles here with that ankle and other way. This ankle's definitely not as cranky or cracky as my other one. And then bending that knee and allowing that left ankle to come onto the right knee and then pushing that left knee away. Keep breathing here. And again, invitation to close the eyes, come inwards. There's always going to be chaos around us, waiting for there to be peace everywhere. It's probably going to leave us waiting a long time, but how do we find peace in those moments? What do we do? What do we need? And let's come out of that reclined pigeon here and straightening out that left leg. And then grabbing behind, somewhere behind that left leg, bending that knee as much as you need to, pointing and flexing that toe. And then allowing that to come down. And then coming to join to meet that right foot. Going to come into our happy baby. So we'll just start by first hugging those knees into the chest. We'll be rocking one side gently, just a little bit, then the other. And then thinking about putting the feet like you're walking on the roof or wherever you are. And then maybe having the arms on the insides of those knees and then grabbing the outsides of the feet. And again, if this feels really intense, you can always just practice having one leg at a time. Or you can always have that foot lower down. So just notice, again, what do you need? And making sure that you're breathing here too. Again, trying to keep that chin tucked in here. Couple more breaths here. Seeing if you can soften again, if you're holding on or clenching. What can we let go of? What are we holding on to that's getting in the way of our peace? And then let's release those feet gently. Again, hugging those knees nice into the chest. Just place those hands on the knees and just little circles one way and other way. And then bringing the arms outstretched and allowing the knees to fall over the left side. Gaze maybe over to the right or just straight ahead up. That left hand can also be on the outside, that right leg. And then bringing the legs back to the center and allowing the knees to fold over to the right side. Could always have a pillow underneath the knee or even between the knees. And then coming back to center. Hug those knees in one last time, one last little squeeze. And then let those legs come out nice and long. If you did have a blanket, you could either create a little pillow under your head, or you could always put it over your hips. That can feel grounding, or underneath the knees. So if you do have a blanket, just take a moment to find what you need today. We're going to go underneath, make a little pillow. A bit of extra support there. And then making any final modifications or adjustments you need to, and then allowing the toes to maybe fall out. Hands, palms facing up. Eyes gently shut. Noticing how it feels to be still in this moment. And in this moment, there might also be the urge to move, the urge to get up to do whatever you need to do. But trust that this is the best use of your time right now. Maybe ask yourself, what does peace mean to you? It's going to be different for every person. Notice what that rhythm of the breath is like. Can't hold on to a breath forever. We have to let go. And staying here in Shavasana as long as time allows. Or if this is the end of your peace practice, then let's wiggle those fingers, wiggle the toes. Invite in a little bit more movement. And then slowly making your way to a seated position, keeping the eyes shut for as long as possible. Let's bring the hands to heart center, bowing the hands slightly, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. And I say thank you so much for sharing your time, sharing this practice with me. And I wish you all the peace in the world. Please let me know how you found the practice and hope to see you next time. Thank you.